Surprise! Hello! Welcome to Nostalgic Ape. We are back because this is awesome. Finally, you can play Yosemite. So, little history lesson if you don't know. Yosemite is one of the levels that was gonna be in Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy, and about 2 weeks before development, the developers tried really hard to include this into the game, but it just was too much not working and they couldn't get it done or something. Evan Wells, I think, from memory, spoke about this really lightly, didn't really talk about the level as such, just more that they had a level they wanted to put in the game. It was really big. When the 2012 PS3 remasters came out, the HD collection, they kind of reminisced a bit, and there was a little documentary and everything, and yeah, there's a little article about it, and yeah, this cave was in Hub 3 in the volcanic crater, and basically Luminalight has a video where they sort of put the two levels together and overlap, and you can walk through seamlessly. I'm not sure if there's any point getting over there, but I thought I do kind of want to check it out. But yeah, obviously I've never played this because it wasn't available. The private collector never gave us the disc, so we couldn't play the game, and so we knew the level existed, but like that's all we had, right? And so yeah, tonight I just I want to play it because this is such a momentous moment for the Jak and Daxter community. This is a Naughty Dog level. This isn't a custom level. This is a Naughty Dog level that was meant to be in the game that was scrapped. So let's get into it. So the name Rock Lake has been given to it. I have to go catch up on my understanding on this one. There's the design bible that we have now from the collector's edition, and perhaps on that map this was called Rock Lake. I can't remember. But here we are. I have seen videos of this level being played, so I'm not completely blind, but I have never played it, obviously. The videos I've seen are quite old. I don't remember very well. I know roughly, but I won't get into what I remember, and we're just gonna go for it. So I have enough of a fresh slate to, yeah, to, you know, give it a play. I've been trying to do a lot of work tonight, and it's just not happening, so I thought, you know, we're going to play Yosemite because it's such a momentous moment that this scrapped Naughty Dog level is publicly available for all of us to play. It's amazing. These mushrooms on this tree is like, I think it must, I can't remember, I remember comments talking about different things, but like, are these like earlier modeled trees? Because I can't remember the story exactly, but vaguely, wasn't this one of the first levels made, right? And then they scrapped a bunch, but like this one, they worked hard to try and get into the game in the last 2 weeks. Am I wrong in thinking that? I'll go catch up on my understanding of the timeline of this whole thing, but yeah, Evan Wells talked about this level. Again, yeah, Evan Wells talked about this level in the interviews leading up to the release of the 2012 HD collection on PS3, and so it is really cool. Hub 3 really could have used 3 levels. You know, you got Spider Caves and you got Snowy Mountain. Every other hub had 3 main levels, so this is pretty cool. Lots of things are broken, right? There's missing like assets from the mountain and stuff. I do think, vaguely remember, I think Luminalight has edited the level before to add assets that are missing, or kind of try and fill it in. But yeah, this is so cool. Yeah, I'm so glad we get to play this. So what do we got to do? Oh, there's no sell listings. Interesting. We'll just play around with it. Yeah, this is so cool. Yeah, I just can't believe we're playing. I can't believe I'm playing a Naughty Dog level that they even made. That's not in the game. It's so cool. We're just walking on this water. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I just, I remember vaguely, I think there's like a, isn't there like a zoomer section in this level? I'm pretty sure there is. Also, yeah, there's a lot of things I really want to play. Lumina's showing a bunch of Jak 2 prototype levels that were left over in the Jak 2 HD collection. I really want to give those a play at some point, especially the desert one. I know there's like nothing in it, but it does seem cool. There's also an early Spargus in that build, which is really cool. Oh my gosh, it's the yellow eco activation, so you would, this is where you would activate the yellow eco, we presume? From memory. Again, I swear there's a, like, Lumina built, a version of this where he filled in the assets to his understanding what they would have been. Or, you know, his estimation. But yeah, this is obviously just the Bog Hog one from the preview build, which makes sense, because for restoration purposes, that's the version should be available. Oh, this is so cool. I came from that way, didn't I? Oh yeah, and this, I think, is the Zuma section that would have been there. And yeah, I think there's a a version of this level where Lumina added a Zuma. But is that everything we can explore at the moment? It's quite interesting. Also, the final boss music is playing, which I assume was added by Lumina. And I think Barg put this mod together as well. This does look so cool. Can you imagine, like, wall-wise, like, behind this big lava area is just this, like, gigantic mountain greenery you can climb. That was such a fantastical kind of, like, game in that regard. With, like, highly volatile areas with extreme different weather conditions. Pretty cool. Alright, I think that's everything we can do at the moment. Oh no, there's something up here. Oh wow, there's a cannon. What's
Get some!
the cannon for? Probably for the lake? This is so cool. Oh, there's a Zuma here. Well, thought there was Bit of Jack. Well, yeah, Mr. Chungus, there's a history lesson here. So this is Yosemite. This is a Jack level that was cut from Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy that was meant to come out of the volcanic crater when you... you know that diamond the miners are mining in the volcanic crater? This was meant to be behind that, we presume. Evan Wells talked about this level when the Jak and Daxter HD collection came out on PS3, and then 2018 it was found on an old build, and today, or earlier this week, a collector who owned the build, or like bought the build, finally released it to the public, so now it's finally available. The level was incomplete, but one of the first ones that they made, I believe, but like now, during development, they spent the last 2 weeks of development, I believe, trying to get this level to work and actually be in the game, but they couldn't before they printed the disc, so this is what was left behind. And this is only on a preview build that's not actually available on the retail disc in the files. So now that that disc is available, the 2001 preview, September 2001 preview, this level file is finally publicly available too. And yeah, that's so big. You know, that's such a big thing. Because this isn't a custom level. This is a Naughty Dog designed and created level. Yosemite, I believe, was like the internal name for it. It never got a name, I don't think. I don't think Rock Lake's the official name. That could be from the design documentation that we have from the Collector's Edition. I can't remember now. But yeah. But I think that's everything we can do here. But it is such a cool thing. I just thought it was such a special, momentous moment. We had to play it. So this would be coming out of the volcanic crater, potentially. And there we are. And with that, we have played Jak and Daxter Yosemite. Let's do a little history lesson here and figure out recall what's going on. So, Yosemite, known as Sierras or Unsnowy Mountain. That's right, I think it's Sierras or Unsnowy Mountain in the Jak 1 design Bible. Is a level that's being made for Jak and Daxter, but it was never finished. The level was found in the Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy September 2001 preview. The build itself is 2 months older than the final first retail version of the game, and the level is called yos.dgr. dgr is the file type for the levels. Is 3 weeks older than the other levels in the build. This means that the latest and only known version of Yosemite is 3 months older than the final version of the game. Oh, okay, maybe it wasn't the last 2 weeks, but yeah, I think everyone else talks about spending the last little bit of trying to get it in the game. The article covers that specific version of level because we have no other one available. Yosemite is the internal technical name of the level, according to an interview with Evan Wells. This was inspired by the Yosemite National Park. Yeah, here we go. So, Game Informer had an interview with Evan Wells 2011 as part of the interview, so that was for the HD collection. Cutting room floor, Jak had 3 ponytails, which is actually, we've got some concept art of that in the art of Naughty Dog from 2014. Wells, Jak went through several iterations. Initially had 3 ponytails. We definitely modeled Jak a number of times. We also went through a lot of iterations with our engine as far as how we're going to render those big vast vistas. The very first 3 or 4 environments that we modeled and put a lot of work into ended up in the cutting room floor because it was just going through the early stages of grappling through the PlayStation 2 hardware. It's part of the process of getting your feet wet with the new hardware. We had a level called Yosemite, this giant half-dome mountain in Yosemite that we modeled with a forest at the base. We really tried to get it in the final game. We came back to it as one of the last levels to see if we could apply some of that knowledge that we had accumulated on the previous ones to see if we could shoehorn it in the last second, but it was too late. So, yeah, there we go. And there's a bunch of concept art for the level itself. Yeah, it's really cool. And we think that might be the yellow eco vent switch. No, wait, not the yellow eco. The yellow eco one, sorry, is in the Snowy Mountain, right? So I think this is going to be the red eco one, potentially. Yeah, and this one here, I think Lumina added stuff. Yeah, so I think Lumina added the pathway from the original game, potentially? I can't remember. Oh yeah, we have an Unsnowy Mountain track from the soundtracks from the limited run games collector's editions. So that was probably for that, maybe? And I think, yeah, Lumina went ahead and just added some things in, like the lake and the red eco event. Maybe even the power cells. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff. This name was used for describing the environment. It was a name that was given to the composer to compose music for. Very early concept seen in the design Bible Sierras was used. Rock Lake, it is very likely this name would appear in game. The string exists in the final version of the game, and is referred to as Village 3, Poi, Yosemite in the code, Yosemite in the code. So, that's interesting, because, yeah, there's still code in the final build for Yosemite. Missions. The following unused strings in Jack 1 were very likely mission task names for the level. And they were the final build, which is find the red vent switch, protect the miners' gems in the stump, reach the top of the mountain, and stop the drilling lurkers. And then concept art tells us that the lake of the level is going to be some kind of dark eco cell at the top. So yeah, no known build of the game is level defined anywhere. It's likely, but not certain, that it was defined in an older build than Daxter 1, 2001 preview. But the load and checkpoint triggers are all global in the first game, so they can only target levels that are defined. So those do not exist either, any of the builds we had access to. Yeah, so... Oh, here's some, here's a project that tries to integrate Yosemite into the actual game world with all those actors. And before we didn't have the DGO file before today, so that's probably doable now. So that's interesting.
Procedurally generated. It's a good game. It's a good game. No matter what people tell you, and I think everyone tells you it's a good game now, but even thinking it's a good game. Don't let them fool you.